Hello, Jade. How are you?
I'm good.
So we're going to do a little bit assessment today, okay? Can you please tell me your name? I'm going to get a little bit of your personal information.
Jade Matthews.
Okay. Your marital status?
I'm single.
Occupation?
Right now I'm a full-time student.
You're a full-time student. Your financial situation?
I'm independent.
How are you a full-time student?
Yeah, I normally work.
Okay. What sex do you consider?
Female.
Your date of birth?
07/28/1997.
Age?
21.
Okay. So could you please share with me a little bit of why you're here today?
So I'm really anxious all the time.
Okay. How long has this been happening?
Probably for about 2 years.
Do you have any idea of why this could have started?
Well, like when it first started happening, I was having panic attacks at night.
Okay, so you were having panic attacks. Can you describe those a little bit?
So basically what happened is I would wake up and I would feel like my heart like beating really fast, like numbness and tingling in my hands, and I would be like sweaty all over.
Okay, and does this happen still?
No, not really.
This hasn't been happening.
Not
When was
for-
the last time it happened?
It happened that specific thing, it happened like about 2 years ago. A year ago.
However, you still feel anxious.
Yeah, I still get panic attacks.
And do you feel that has impacted your life in some kind of way? Do you just get them at night? Or-
No, now I get them during the day too.
And how are they during the day?
Like, basically, like, I'll just be sitting in class and, like, I don't know, it's almost like I want to get out of my chair and, like, pace. Sometimes I do. I just leave the class and, like, go outside and pace and, like, calm down. But my heart starts to beat really fast. I start to get, like, really paranoid almost.
Okay.
And I get really jittery and I get tension in my neck.
And so you feel this has affected your studies?
Yeah, I mean, like, I can't sit in class the whole time sometimes, so, like, I miss class. And so sometimes I get a low grade because, like, I wasn't in class to hear. But it also, like, it's been, like, affecting my concentration, so it takes me longer to do, like, work that I would have done in a shorter time.
And are you being able to sleep?
Now I am. I found out why I wasn't able to sleep in the past.
So now you can't sleep.
For the most part. I still struggle sometimes.
Okay. And how many hours do you sleep at night?
On average, around 7. But if it's like a bad night, I get like 5.
Anything else you feel it's happening to you currently, or
No, it's just that.
just the anxiety?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a little bit about your history. Can you talk to me about if you've had any previous psychiatric or counseling?
Yeah, I've basically been receiving counseling since my senior year of high school. So I was around like 17. And I've had 3 different counselors. Yeah, 3 different counselors.
You've had 3 different counselors.
Mm-hmm.
Why have you changed counselors?
Well, my first counselor was when I was in high school, so I still lived with my parents. And then I moved to Louisiana. And and I received a counselor each year because they graduated.
Oh, okay.
So I did get a new one, yeah. Because it was counseling through my school, not through like outside.
And how'd you feel with this counseling?
Well, my first one was chill, and then my second one was horrible. I was diagnosed with general anxiety with all of them.
All of them diagnosed with that. And they gave you any medication?
No, they offered I wouldn't take it.
You didn't want any medication?
Mm-mm. The only treatment I received was meditation therapy. Yeah, just meditation therapy.
Do you think that worked?
Yeah, it significantly decreased my anxiety for a while.
Do you consider you've had any suicide thoughts or attempts?
Nah.
And can you talk to me a little bit about your counselors? How have you felt right now with the one you have?
Well, I don't see her anymore.
You're currently not seeing a counselor?
No.
Okay.
That was the past 2 years. So I went my freshman and my sophomore year of college, and then I didn't have a counselor for my junior year, and now.
Okay, so you only had a counselor the first 2 years of,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel fine without her?
No, I mean, like, I just didn't have time anymore, so, because I started working a lot more.
Oh, because of work you didn't have?
Yeah, I had to stop seeing.
Okay. Now we're going to switch a little bit and we're going to talk about your family.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please talk to me a little bit about, has anyone in your family received counseling before?
My mom and both my sisters, and 2 of my sisters.
Do you have any idea why they went to counseling?
So my mom, she had breast cancer, so she received counseling to like get her through the hard times.
Okay.
And I think her and my dad also received marriage counseling.
Okay. Do you think it was good for them?
No, I mean, kind of. I don't know. My dad's not really responsive, so I have no idea talkative, how he's been from it. But yeah. And then my 2 sisters were both pretty much exactly the same.
Are they still receiving counseling?
Yeah.
And they were diagnosed?
No. I don't know. I just know they're in counseling, actually.
Do you know if they use any type of substances? Is there any history of substance use? Not only them, maybe your grandparents, dad, uncle.
Oh, substance? Yeah. My grandfather's a hardcore drinker. All my cousins smoke weed, and some of them do crack, probably cocaine. Mostly all my cousins smoke weed. Regularly, too.
Like you think it's regular?
Oh, I know, yeah, it's regular. We all drink. That's my thing. My mom's the only one that doesn't drink out of all the older people. Well, even so, young people too.
Okay.
But I will mention it's part of our culture, so drinking is not a problem. But
Right, you don't see it as a... How often do you drink?
Me, I stopped drinking as much, so like a while ago I drank a lot, but now I only drink like once every like month.
But it's not a problem in your family, you tell me.
No, it is. With my grandfather, it's excessive, and some of my aunts, it's excessive.
And do you know of any suicide attempts of anyone in your family? Nothing. Okay. Now we're going to talk a little bit about your, we'll go back to what you told me right now, but we're going to talk a little bit about your medical history.
Mm-hmm.
So, have you ever gotten surgery before?
No.
No surgeries? You haven't had any previous illnesses?
The only thing I've been diagnosed with is sleep apnea.
Okay. Have you gotten any treatment for that?
Yeah, a sleep machine.
But you've never had surgeries or been hospitalized?
Mm-mm.
Never hospitalized?
No.
Have you ever been unconscious, like had a head injury?
Mm-mm.
Taken any medications?
No.
Alcohol use? You tell me you drink often.
Yeah, it's changed. So, like, a year ago, I used to drink, like, every day.
By yourself or
Yeah,
with
like, by
friends?
myself. It was, like, casual, sort of casual. Like, I would say probably not every day, every other day.
Okay. Did you find this a problem or not really?
At first, no, and then I was just, like, people would be like, you're drinking, like, every day, and so then I kind of, like, took a really long break from it.
And you were fine?
Huh?
But
During
you
the
were
break?
fine. Yeah.
I mean, like, for the most part, I might have been a little cranky sometimes because, like, during the times where I'm, like, the most stressed, like, I tend to, like, drink a little bit.
Okay.
And so, like, there's a little bit backlash from not having, like, I kind of, like, if you know, like, Lent, I forced myself not to drink.
Okay.
And so, like, yeah, I had a little backlash, but it wasn't anything, like, serious.
Do you consider that you can still drink, or you'd rather not because then you start drinking again? Like,
I mean, I don't do it here because I don't live alone anymore, and, like, I have a host mom, and so, like, I try not, like, I don't like to bring my bottles around. But
right. No.
if I was still at home, I'd probably be drinking every other day.
All right. And you're going back to living by yourself.
Yeah.
Is there any substance use from your part?
No.
History of any?
No.
No. Okay. How about caffeine, cigarettes, over-the-counter medication?
I drink a cup of coffee every day, sometimes two. And then I smoke hookah, like, once every, like, 3 months.
And then how about over-the-counter medication?
I mean, just I feel Tylenol. I have really bad periods, so I do a lot of Tylenol once, at least a full week every month. Yeah, I got put on like 800 milligram Tylenol.
Oh. But a doctor gave you that.
Mm-hmm. It's prescription.
Okay, that was prescribed. And that was for your cramps.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna talk a little bit about your personal history. Where were you born?
Louisiana, in the United States of America.
And then as a child, could you talk to me as a child? I mean, like from 1 year, like born until you were like about 8. Can you talk to me about your family structure?
So, I'm a twin, so I was always with somebody.
Okay.
And my little sister came around. My first real little sister came when I was 5. And I moved every 1 to 2 years.
You moved around a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Even in this years?
Yeah, my dad was in the military, so from like the jump. So I moved after I was 4, I moved every 1 to 2 years.
Okay. How was this moving around for you?
It was stressful. You never got to make friends, like true friends.
Right, because it was like all the time you're changing.
Yeah.
However, how are you, like, socializing with the people?
I mean, I was okay. I had a twin, and she did most of the work for me, so I never really had to. Like,
You consider her to be a little bit more open?
Yeah, she's definitely more outgoing, and she made the friends, and then she would just introduce the friends to me, and then that's how I have friends.
So you share the same circle with your sister. Is that still true for you?
For the most part, yeah. Not here, obviously, because she's not here, but.
How are you decided to come here without her and you're fine, you're doing okay?
Sort of.
So, and you were not too outgoing when you were...
Not really.
And can you talk to me about if you had any history of abuse during that time?
I mean, my parents whooped me, but I don't really consider that abuse.
Like, didn't affect you, like, abuse?
No, not like, well, I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
And how was your relationship with them?
My parents?
Yeah. With your mom, your dad?
I mean, standardized, like, our family, typical, like, children are seen, not heard.
Was it the same with mom and dad?
For the most part, well, my dad was really, like, he was in and out because he's getting deployed so often. So there would be years where he was there and years when he wasn't there.
Okay. And sometimes, and how did you face this thing about your dad not being there all the time?
I mean, to me, I thought it was normal, just because, like...
Your whole life was like that?
Yeah, military life and just, like, yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to go a little bit for, like, your teenage years, maybe 9 to 18.
Mm-hmm.
How was your relationship with friends?
Well, I was able to make a little bit better friends because we stopped moving as often. I also introduced 2 more sisters in that time.
Where'd you live during that time?
For the most part, I stopped moving in Virginia.
You liked living in Virginia?
Yeah, I mean, it's bittersweet. Like, so we stopped moving because my mom got breast cancer, and they wanted her to complete, like, serve all her time in Maryland to, like, go to the hospital there. So my dad still moved, so he was out of the house again.
But your mom, what does she work as?
She was, like, on and off as a substitute teacher.
Okay. But she could stay in Virginia, and that was okay with her job,
She didn't really, I don't think she worked at the time. Like, when she got breast cancer, she stopped working. And my dad would just support us, but he would live away from us.
He was still moving around then.
Mm-hmm. I had a job, too, so, like, it wasn't like...
And your sister, too?
Me and my twin sister, we worked together.
Okay. And how are your relationships with your teachers?
Pretty decent. I mean, I was like a star student. I had really good grades. I was outgoing. I did a lot of things. I was athletic. And I was into student government. So. In band.
Involved all around in school.
Yeah, I was pretty active.
How about relationship with any boys? Any love relationships?
Not really. I didn't have time.
And so did you have any sexual activity during that time?
Nope. Didn't have time.
And then your relationship with your parents during that time. How was your relationship with your mom?
I mean, it was weird. Like, we kind of grew up really fast because since my mom was sick and my dad wasn't really there, we helped with, like, taking care of the kids on top of, like, going to school and stuff like that.
Do you think that affected your relationship with your parents?
A little bit, but not really. Like, we just became older. Like, it was just like we already had the older, like, daughter relationship because I'm 15 years older than my youngest sister, so
Right.
it was almost as if like we were parenting together. And my mom was always like, it was kind of actually that was the time me and my parents' relationship switched.
Why?
Because my parents started having really a tough relationship, and it was like getting hard on them with the move and the treatment. Because my mom was pregnant when she had breast cancer,
Okay.
so like it was like a long, drawn out like thing, and so we could see their strain, and it was like constant like shit going on.
But your dad was not there.
He was and he wasn't. Like he would always visit, and we would visit him sometimes, but like you could just see the strain.
And how'd you get along with your dad?
I mean, it's the same as now. Like, my dad can be an asshole, and he can be, like, a person with great advice. So it's like, you never know.
Do you consider yourself close to him now?
Somewhat, but not really. Like, he's distant, I'm distant. So, like, and I feel that way about, like, most of my family. Like, we all love each other, but it's just, like, we kind of all got our lives.
Okay. And we'll go back to that, but switching a little bit to your life right now.
It's pretty much the same, you know. I'm still busy. Well, now that I'm in everywhere, it's kind of it's like a change. But
So you feel a little bit calm here, like.
I mean, it's just I feel like I'm away from things.
Right.
Like I work 2 jobs at home, and like.
What do you work as?
So I work with the residential life department, which is an interesting job because I do work at home. I mean, I work at home basically because I work wherever I live, and I'm also a tutor, and I'm a homeschool tutor. So I serve as like a physical teacher for homeschool kids.
Okay. And so you, for your finances, you pay for yourself.
Yeah, for the most part. Like this is the first time my dad's like really helped me with school because I came here and he saw how much I really wanted to do this. So.
And you are not working here currently.
Yeah, and I'm not working, so
Right.
he helps me. I don't know if he's helping me or if it's coming out of my loans. I never really know.
But you're okay with it.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'll pay it back at some point.
It's fine. Okay. But your education, you have how long until you graduate?
6 months, hopefully. I'm going into my last semester, and then I'm taking a year off and then going to medical school, enjoying the military on top of it.
And then medical school. You have a lot of plans for your future.
Hopefully, yes.
How about any family goals maybe that you have?
No.
No family plans yet.
No.
And how about any personal goals? Just med school and military or anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. Just keep traveling, basically.
And then, yeah, do you consider yourself affiliated to any specific religion?
No.
And your academic performance currently?
Pretty much an A student.
Okay, now we're gonna switch a little bit to do like an orientation test. It's just a short thing. Can you talk to me about what time it is? What year it is?
2018.
What season?
Winter.
Month?
November.
Date?
I think it's like the 27th.
Date?
Wednesday.
What floor are we in?
In the second.
And building?
Darwin.
City?
Quito.
Province?
Vicenza.
And country?
Ecuador.
Perfect. I'm going to tell you 3 words, and I want you to recall them, okay? So the words are shirt, pencil, Lips.
Short pencil lips.
Okay, now could you please spell the word world backwards?
DLORD. DLROW.
Perfect. Can you please recall the words that I told you?
Lips. Lips, pencil. Damn it, the first one starts with S. I don't know. Lips, pencil. What was it? Shirt.
Yeah. I'm gonna say a phrase and then you have to repeat it, okay? I go to school in USFQ.
I go to school at USFQ.
Can you please fold this paper in half?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I'm gonna write something and I want you to please read it.
I was born in Washington, D.C.
Perfect. And could you please copy the following image? Very good. And can you please write a sentence? A sentence you'd like. Perfect. And now can you please draw a clock that says 15 past 11? Perfect. Okay, that would be it for the moment. Thank you.
Thank you.